We're live right now. You're seeing the beautiful, can I say your name?
Lydia.
No, I know your name, but I don't know if I can say your name. Lydia. We got Leith in here.
Hey, people, welcome back.
We're here in Jamaica at Hedo, too. Hi, beautiful lady.
Hi.
And we're going to be talking to the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Chef Anthony Miller, head chef.
It's good to be here.
Great to have you back. So we're going to do a special show going over some new dishes that will be on the lineup, but I don't want to give anything away yet.
Absolutely.
Okay. Can I hand this to you? All right. Let's do this. Playboy Radio's Holli and Michael live here at Hedonism 2 in Jamaica with the one and only Young Swingers Week. You may be asking where Holli is. She's getting ready. Tonight's glow night. I am representing, hold on, let me show you, Brad and Tammy, Slut Garden. There you go, Slut Garden. It's Burning Man. There's a big event called Burning Man, and they have this festival, and there they have their own village. Can't use money. It's trade. Everything is trade there. But I'm excited because I don't often get to sit and talk with you, Chef. You're very busy. You're running around. You run how many restaurants here?
We have five total.
5 total restaurants here.
Yes.
And so you're a busy man. Lethan's a busy man. Lydia is very busy this week. The beautiful Lydia helping Young Swingers Week. Go to youngswingersweek.com. Check them out. We thank them for having us here. We'll be here again with them in October. And then again 3 times next year. Along with Wild Women Vacations, we'll be with them next year. But thank you for taking the time out. And you shared with us earlier, Chef, that 5 restaurants. How often do you introduce new dishes?
Well, we try to introduce new dishes every 6 months. The key to it is to get the practice in. Start developing a team, start trying to do things differently. And then when you're at a point or a level where you can actually do a dish, because it's all about consistency. So I don't want to do something that cannot be done by the staff. So we start gradually. We look at some things that we want to do. We get the other chefs involved, and we come up with it, and we go over how to do it, and we just do it.
Okay. So when you come up with ideas, you're coming up with things that are good to the palate. You're coming up with things that are, I don't want to say sexual, but sexy.
Yes.
Hot dog on the menu in your fine dining restaurant, maybe not so sexy.
Yeah. It's eating is it's an experience.
Absolutely.
So you want to do something where people feel like they've just experienced something that they can't get somewhere else.
I love that. Why is that turning off? I don't know. Where's Holli? All right. So an experience they can't get somewhere else. I'm always amazed these days. Mac and cheese has become a delicacy.
Yes, it is.
Grilled cheese sandwiches have become a delicacy.
You know why?
No.
Well, first of all, it's the ingredients that makes it a delicacy.
So if I'm having a date night with Holli, or we're bringing over a single woman to get a little frisky with, what ingredients would I need to make that mac and cheese, gluten-free of course, mac and cheese or that gluten-free grilled cheese?
Okay, well.
But don't worry about gluten-free.
You know what we all grew up on, mac and cheese,
right.
Different types
hard
of
food, like feel-good food.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But if you want to take it to another level, you want to look at the cheese selections. Why don't you do a Tallagio? Have you ever had Tallagio cheese?
Tilapia, yes, but that's a fish.
No, it's called Tallagio. Tallagio is an incredible cheese, incredible flavor, Italian cheese.
Wow.
If you add that to mac and cheese, you're taking it to a whole other level.
Lydia, did you ever hear of Tallagio cheese? Tallagio cheese.
No, actually, I have never heard of it.
Okay.
When you have mac and cheese, what do you usually make? Come close to your mouth. Hold that close to your mouth.
When I have mac and cheese, I just normally put milk in it and
stir up the noodles, throw in the cheese packet.
Whatever kind of cheese you can handle, right?
Yes.
Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yes. I really like to add sweet pepper with my macaroni and cheese because I'm a sweet pepper lover.
That sounds good.
Now, if a guy took you on a date and brought you over to his place and made macaroni and cheese or grilled cheese sandwich, would you be questioning it? And then you taste it, and you're like, oh, this is good.
Yeah, a little. I would be wondering, like, okay. Then maybe when I taste it, it looks not nice.
But that's food, right?
Yeah, that's food.
All right, so what are you adding now to the menu here? Because again, every 6 months, 9 months, when you find the right dishes, you begin to add new things to the menu.
Exactly.
Which menu is this being added to?
All right, this is going to be in the Pasta Fire restaurant, which
Beautiful.
is an Italian restaurant that has a little Caribbean flair to it. What we've done here, we've come up with a seafood cioppino. Now, cioppino is a very popular Italian soup made with seafood. Also, in the French Riviera, there's different dishes that are cioppino type dishes.
And cioppino is a soup, or cioppino is a flavor?
It's actually a soup.
Okay.
But it's served with a variety of seafood.
Okay.
With a tomato stock.
Okay.
Okay. So what we've done here, we've added lobster, shrimp, mussels, oysters, and also little clams. And we've made a tomato stock on the side with onion, garlic, and ginger.
Oh, that sounds
basil.
good. Okay.
Okay, and it's just made with water and chopped up tomatoes. You can use canned tomatoes if you have it.
Okay.
But the key to this is just to make it a simple stock with the mother flavoring of tomato, and let it reduce down for at least an hour with a little white wine.
When you say reduce down, we talked about this last time.
Yes.
Explain that a little bit, because again, food is sexy, and food can make or break an evening. Lydia just said it. She would taste the mac and cheese. If it's good, hey, this could be a good date. If it's bad, this guy's really cheap. You know, it's going one way or the other there.
Yeah, yeah.
But these ingredients, you said water, boiled water, chop up tomatoes, or use canned tomatoes.
You can use canned tomatoes. You take chopped onions. You add onions to
Okay.
it. A little ginger.
Those are aphrodisiacs too. I know you said that last time.
Exactly. A little garlic and some fresh sweet basil.
Okay.
All right. So basically, you're simmering.
Simmering. So reducing this to
You'll never hear
simmering.
me say boil. You
Right.
never boil anything. So you're going to simmer.
You've seen my temper at times, right? Yeah, that's good.
So you're going to simmer the stock for about an hour. What that does is it infuses all of those flavors that you added to it.
Okay.
Then you strain it, and
Okay.
you're not putting any cornstarch or anything
Right.
like that in. It's still going to be a nice broth consistency. You know,
Okay,
there's a difference
perfect.
between broth consistency and like a chowder consistency.
Like a thicker. So to me, a layman, a chowder is more thick based.
It's much more thick and it
Okay.
has some type of dairy product in it.
Okay.
But this is just basically a stock, which is made with water and
Love
whatever
it.
the mother flavoring is.
Not like apple is a stock. We're talking about a stock, soup stock. No, I'm messing with you.
Yeah. So this is a soup stock. So what we've done is we did the first step of making a stock, and then of course the seafood has to be clean, making sure that if whatever seafood you're going to buy for the soup, and you can use just about any kind of seafood, but you really want to know how to clean it.
Right. I gotta give you that compliment, by the way.
Prepare it for.
You know, your Harry's son, your hibachi restaurant, I gotta give you a compliment with you and your team. I go to hibachi places back home, and I get really disappointed when they don't take the butt out of the shrimp.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want the poop muscle there. No, I don't want that. That little brown. No.
Yeah.
You at Harry's son,
Yeah.
sliced, pulled, clean, love it. So
Yeah.
good job on that, by the way.
Well, we appreciate that, and I have a very good chef there to make sure that's done.
Oh yeah. All right. So I'm sorry, I distracted you. So you're back to the seafood.
No problem. So what we do is the first step is after we've strained the stock, we put it back on the eye, we heat it up, then we add the shrimp and the lobster to it. Now the lobster we use is Caribbean lobster or spiny lobster tails.
Tails.
You could use Maine lobster. Maine lobster is great.
More ready. I think readily available in the States too, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's just a preparation process that you have to understand how to do that. Cut the lobster tail in half, crack the claw, and then allow it to cook in the stock completely.
So let's back up a little. Prep time for this. If it's a nice man, nice lady looking to do this for their spouse, their partner, their whatever, what's the prep time like? Because I hear you talking, and I'm thinking this is going to be fun to make for Holly. But then I'm thinking, how much time will it take me to make this for Holly?
Well, I would say prep time. When you say prep time, that's a preparation
Right.
before.
Before, right. So what's my prep time?
So I would say 25 minutes.
Oh, that's easy. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Of course, once you get the stock on, you need to cook it for about an hour.
Okay, so I would need her to take a shower, shave her legs, maybe trim her mustache. No, I'm kidding, shave her mustache. And do all of her prepping, and then that would give me 25 minutes to prep and an hour to simmer.
Yeah, well, exactly. Right. I mean, you could even
okay.
you could even do it in the morning when you're making your
Right.
coffee. You put your stock on and you do your runarounds or whatever around the house.
Okay.
And 45 minutes to an hour later, you turn it off, let it cool down, put it in the refrigerator.
Okay.
And then you start from there.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so it's already
Close
pre.
to preparing it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So you're going to add the seafood to it, and you're going to let the stock come to a simmer until the seafood is done. Now, how do you know the seafood is done?
Good question.
Like I said, well, there's things that I tell people all the time. Cooking is a science, and you can also cook with your eyes. If you do it enough and you know exactly what you're cooking,
Right.
you know when it's ready.
So you know by the texture or by just looking at the color?
Well, you can look at the color.
Right.
You can look at how the color has changed. You can look at, how long it's been cooking. You know that shrimp is something that if it doesn't have a shell on it, it's cooking in a stock. Of course, it's going to cook very quickly.
Right.
That's why I always tell people never boil anything. Always simmer.
Simmer.
All right, because that
Simmer.
aroma from whatever you're preparing will go right out of that pot if you boil it. So you simmer it, you add your seafood to it. Remember, the more seafood or the more product you add to the volume, it's going to cut down on the actual temperature. It's going to take longer for
Takes longer for it to simmer.
For it to get up to that temperature.
Okay.
So sometimes that works with you because now you're able to slow cook it.
Okay.
And that's what you want. So you're going to cook it until the seafood is done. You remove it from the eye. You take whatever type of bowl. When you're making a cioppino, it's good to have a nice big, one of those grandmother bowls or something.
Absolutely.
You can actually, it has a
Grandmother
wide
bowls,
face, where you can actually take the seafood out and assemble it in the bowl, and then you add a stock right back on top of it. You just kind of decorate it. So this can be prepared for 2 persons. So you could make one bowl with your seafood, your stock. We also put a little chopped cilantro there, or you could add tarragon if you have fresh tarragon. That's great, or maybe a little parsley sprigs.
What should you not add to that though? Because again, I'm one of those people. I like my taste buds, my palate stimulated. I was telling you that before. But what would just not go well with that?
Okay,
would tequila go good with that?
Okay,
no, I'm talking about not drinks.
Well, first of all, be careful with mixed seasoning. Now, when I used to live in Baltimore, we used to cook a lot of seafood. Of course, the number one seasoning in Baltimore, and everyone knows it, is what?
Oh yeah.
Obey.
Obey.
Okay. Do not put obey in a cioppino.
Obey.
Don't do it. Okay. There's just too many flavors in there, and there's contrast, bouncing off of one another and all kinds of stuff. So on this, you want to keep it simple. You have a tomato stock that started off with basically tomatoes and water.
Right.
You have onions, you have garlic, you have ginger, you have the basil, and you're reducing the stock down. You don't need anything else.
Right. And keep in mind, if you're both, right, Lydia, if you're on your date, you're both dining on this, your breath both have onion and garlic on your breath. So it's okay, right? It's okay. Yeah. It's a we, not a me. You're doing it together.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
See your face. Wait a minute.
Now, if you like food a little bit more spicier, well then
that's Holly.
You're going in a great direction, and a way to do that is basically use chili peppers or peppers. Scotch bonnet would be great. Something with flavor, chipotle. And then what you could actually do is add that to the tomato stock as it's cooking, and then taste it. See if it's hot enough or if you need more. But I wouldn't suggest to add any kind of mixed seasoning.
Right. Keep it as it is.
Like this. Remember, seafood has automatically a lot of sodium, a lot of salt. It has its own flavor, so you don't want to be adding salt and pepper to the stock.
Have you ever heard my saying? I don't want to offend anybody here, but there's 2 things that should never smell like fish. Seafood restaurants and vaginas. So,
that's true.
Just along that line there. Flavor Radio's Holli and Michael here live in Jamaica at Hedonism 2 with the one and only, the head chef here, Chef Anthony Miller, who hopefully you've been listening to his shows on our network. If not, you're getting an introduction right now. We're being introduced to 2 new dishes that are going to debut at Hedonism in Rastafari. Pastafari. When will these debut?
We're going to start next week.
Next week. All right. So the seafood tripino has multiple different fish.
Yes.
Lobster, shrimp. Are those fish? They're shelled, but I don't know if they classify
What we do is add fish fillet.
Oh, okay, fish fillet.
What we've used here is a basa, or it's a panagasias. It's the scientific name for it. It's a very nice. It's actually a fish that is farmed here.
Right? It's farmed here.
It's actually farmed here, and it's fed with fish feed that floats on top of the surface.
Okay.
Which is an advantage.
So they're not bottom feeders.
They're not bottom feeders.
Okay.
That's what you don't.
No, in life or in your food, you don't want bottom feeders. No, bacon is good. I gotta tell you. Okay, All right. Anyway, go back. So it debuts next week.
Next week, yes.
When you experiment to do this, how do you find out who's your judge? I mean, here, let's forget the owners, right? Let's forget Harry for a minute. Are there people you just know? You don't have to name them. You just know that if they like it, they're telling you the truth, or if they don't like it, they're telling you the truth. They're not just trying to kiss up to you.
Yeah, it's you have to understand your clients, your guests, okay?
Right.
And you get an understanding of their expectation by their comments, by their suggestions.
Absolutely. By their looks.
By their looks. When you ask them how was your dinner last night, and you see any hesitation on their face, something went wrong, all right?
Right.
So what I try to do is constantly think, are these people happy? The people that are leaving the restaurant. Yes, we have a system where they rate the restaurant every week, but sometimes you need to get in people's face.
Absolutely.
Hey, how's things going?
What can we do different?
Exactly.
Right.
And some guests have said that we need more seafood on the menu, so we're going to do that.
I like that. I like that. All right, now before we taste, because I'm excited, tell me about dish number 2.
All right, dish number 2 is called a beef carpaccio. All right, this is a dish that's made with beef tenderloin,
Okay.
which is sliced very, very thin.
Okay.
And it's called carpaccio because it means it's served raw,
Raw.
sliced thin.
Okay.
No,
Hi, guys. You want to taste some yummy food in a minute? You don't have to be on camera, but we're going to do a little tasting in a minute. Oh, yeah.
What are we tasting?
We're live right now, and we're going to taste 2 dishes that will be introduced to the menu starting next week. A seafood chirpino. Did I say it right?
Seafood chirpino. Yeah.
Seafood and beef carpaccio. Right now we're learning about the beef carpaccio, what its background is, why it's being introduced here on the menu permanently at Pastafarian.
Yes,
All right, so please continue.
So it's a cold dish, meaning it's a cold appetizer. All right. The beef is flavored.
You can talk, don't worry.
Or seasoned with cracked black pepper.
The whole dish is
Yeah. Well, what we do is we take the loin of
Okay.
beef tenderloin.
Okay.
Where you cut fillet or filet mignon.
Absolutely.
The same tenderloin. It's raw. What we do is
Wait, you will stop there for 1 second. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's raw.
Yeah.
People sometimes get nervous eating something raw, but I've been told when it's cut that thin,
Yeah.
there's less to be concerned about.
Exactly, because of the consumption, the portion size that you're
Okay.
eating is very small. It's cut super thin.
Yeah, the carpaccio is raw.
However, with that being said, okay, if we could
Right.
eat raw food, there would be no such thing as sushi or sashimi, right?
Sure. Sushi,
Right,
sashimi,
so-
which you don't like, yeah.
The seasoning on the beef is what really makes the dish.
Makes a
okay?
dish as in, don't worry about it being raw, or makes a dish as in the flavor.
The flavoring, and you won't even realize that the beef is actually raw.
Okay.
Because it's like a tuna. It's like a tuna tartar.
Like a tuna tartar.
Beef tartar. You know,
Gotcha.
people say, oh, how did you eat
Back to
something
flavor.
raw? But it's actually flavoring in the meat.
Okay.
And the meat is a high grade, so it dissolves very easily in your system.
And like you said, it's a smaller portion because it is an
Smaller portion.
appetizer,
Yeah, so you may be consuming maybe 2 ounces of
Okay.
raw beef.
and our bodies can digest that. I mean, we're not talking about a vegetarian
I'm sure
trying
we've
to.
all eaten things much worse than that.
Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Last night, never mind, we won't go there.
So,
She was wonderful though. Go ahead, please
so,
continue.
so what?
Hey, it's Hedo, what do you know?
So what we've done is we've taken a beef tenderloin and we seasoned it with cracked black pepper, or you can say butcher's pepper, kosher salt. One of the things I like to add, and I'm telling you guys, I'm giving up one of my secrets here.
Love it.
That's just the way it works.
Love it. All the beautiful Holly Pockets joining us now.
I want people to try this at home or home places and see the difference. I love cooking with citrus. So what I do is I like to take a little either lemon or lime zest, which is basically the scraping of the rind, and add to that
I'm listening.
combination also.
Okay, keep going. You sit there. So that is one of your secrets, what you're adding to it there. Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm letting Holly sit down because she's much more nice to sit next
Yes,
to. Right?
yes, she is.
Pockets, what you missed, and thank you for joining on your show there, honey. I'm kidding you. That's great, glow night. I'm wearing a stupid outfit. My wife looks hot, as always. Anthony's going, man, I lucked out. I finally got Holly next to me. But the seafood tripino soup with many different seafood delicacies you're going to love, and the carpaccio, delicious, all being introduced in a week. But you have that special extra flavor you add.
Yes.
To just the carpaccio or to a few dishes, we won't name which ones to give away your secret.
No, this is just the carpaccio. This
Okay.
really makes it kind of spicy, peppery, and remember, it's sliced very, very thin, so it's not like you get the mouth of seasoning.
Lydia's looking at my junk right now, so I'm sorry. My junk is all in there kind of weird. All right, hold on. So you get the seasoning. I know it's this outfit, you guys. Sorry.
So what we do is sear it off, and then we roll it in a boudin or some type
Wait, boudin?
of boudin. Yes.
Oh, bouillon.
Well, no, it's a procedure of rolling like you're making sausage.
Oh, okay.
A boudin. It's like rolling it in plastic, right?
Okay.
To
To get the flavor in?
No, to get the shape of the sausage.
Oh, okay.
It's basically something the French used to use, back in the day. They used to use that.
So as a guy, if we had a woman over, would I want to roll something that phallic or not? I'm curious.
It's fairly large. What
Not me. I love trying to make him blush just a little bit. It doesn't always work.
So we roll it. We roll it in plastic and then we freeze it. So this way it has a log shape. We freeze it for about 4 hours.
Wow.
And then you're able to take a very sharp knife and slice it very thin. We give about 6 pieces on the plate. And then we are serving this also with julienne apples portobello mushrooms that have been sauteed with a little.
The mushrooms been sauteed also.
Onion and garlic. Yes.
Now, when you add the apple, you said this to us last time when we talked about this. Every flavor complements another flavor,
Yeah, exactly.
and the apple complements the beef.
Well, the apple complements the beef. It adds a little sugar actually
Right.
to it. That flavoring and just a highlight accent of sugar, and it balances out everything in the mushrooms, the
Okay.
onions, the ginger, the garlic. It's somewhat what you would call a salad.
A salad.
That would go.
Okay, like a carpaccio salad type.
Yeah, but it goes well with the beef.
Okay.
Okay, and then we finish it off where we've made a chip. It's good when you're eating something like this that kind of have something to kind of scoop up, with it.
I remember that. You
So
said that.
we've sliced a very thin sweet potato chip,
Okay.
right? And then we're serving it with a soy mayonnaise on top.
So far, you like all that?
Yeah.
All right, Lydia, you good with that so far? What do you think? That sounds good?
Sounds
It
good.
does, doesn't it? We won't put you on camera if you can't be on camera. Don't worry. You can't be on camera? All right, good. She said she can be on camera, so that's good. So I have more guests here. YoungSwingersWeek.com bringing us to Hedonism 2. We're sitting with the legend himself, Chef Anthony Miller, the head chef here at Hedonism. We got Lethan behind the camera, who anybody that's been here knows and loves. I don't know why this keeps doing it to me. Is that weird it does that?
Yeah.
Pockets isn't talking much because she's ready to eat. So, Chef, can they taste?
Absolutely.
All right, what do you suggest, Holly? And would you like to taste also? Come on over. I know you don't want to taste. You want to wait for the carpaccio, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to try all this? What do you guys want to do? No? You okay? So Pockets and Tammy, come on over if you don't mind.
Yeah. So what I suggest is we have spoons here. You can just
So go ahead,
have your
you
own
guys.
spoon and.
So Chef, should
Just
they take a piece of the seafood also, or they scoop the
Yeah,
soup?
they could actually take a piece of the seafood to another dish and then take a little broth. Anyway, we can get just
Do you have any other,
plates.
like-
You have small dishes,
Little
plates,
plates?
to bring over.
All right, Pockets. What are you thinking as you're waiting to try this?
It looks delicious. Oh my gosh. I wasn't here for half of it, but holy cow, it looks amazing.
So what you can do is put some of the
Chef.
seafood on the plate and then you put the broth.
yeah.
All right, go ahead,
It's
you guys.
delicious.
I hand her the microphone to talk. She's
Absolutely
like,
delicious.
no, I know. She just wants to eat. You got Anthony
just
here.
wanna eat.
Holly doesn't want to talk. She just wants to eat.
It's delicious.
I made that.
One of the things I tell people too about this actual soup, and some
Right.
people kind of look at me crazy when I say it. You do not want to serve this soup
It's
too
amazing.
hot.
Don't serve it too hot. Hold on, let's get reaction
You
real
want
quick. I want to know what you think.
No, I like not spiciness, but like the tang. It's
Yeah, the tang. It has the
it's
ginger,
got a
basil.
perfect
yes.
amount of everything.
Yeah, so the blend.
Tammy, what are you thinking?
It is so flavorful. It just hits your mouth, and it's fabulous.
So when you think of Hedo, I actually do think of food a lot of times because even after sex, I need to eat. So, and I'm that guy that sits there, I'm like, oh baby, you guys have fun. I'm gonna go make a sandwich or get some tropino. Now I'm gonna come get tropino. But this being on the menu makes sense, doesn't it?
Oh, it absolutely makes sense. It's exciting and delicious. It's not what you would expect,
Right.
which makes it perfect for Hedo.
Because at an all-inclusive place like Hedo, you don't always expect true fine delicacies, but you get it here because Chef Anthony doesn't go second best. Because second is only the first to lose. And when you compete, I know you compete to win. You're always winning, and you compete to win. Now, how excited are you for the carpaccio?
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chef, what did you get me into here, Michael? All right, you guys want to have a little more soup? Have a little more soup. Should they try? Did you try the shrimp or the lobster in there?
I had the
Why don't
broth.
you get a plate and
Yeah, grab a plate here, Tammy.
You can- okay.
All right. So it's hard on radio to explain this, but Holly is wearing almost nothing. Tammy is wearing almost nothing, and they're really tasting Chef Anthony. Okay, his soup, but it's made and prepared. Wait, how does your staff say it? It's prepared and made with
Prepared and
love.
served with love.
There you go.
Prepared and made.
Yes, and you make it with love.
Absolutely.
Ladies, so far?
Good.
It's good. She came back. Tammy,
It's so good.
aren't you glad you wandered in here?
I am.
That's all right. I am going to taste the tropino because I am a huge fan of Chef here. And last time I didn't get to taste anything, remember?
Did it?
No, I was talking.
So taste chef now.
I'm going to taste Chef now. There we go.
No, Michael's not a spicy kind of guy, so I'm wondering what he's gonna think because it's got a little tang to it.
That's good. No, I don't taste the spice. Wow.
You gotta
Well,
try the
I'm a
shrimp.
muscle guy. That came out from.
Try more food and,
Let me try that.
So how long does it take to prepare a meal?
Haha,
like
was
this?
that good?
well, the prep time is about
No
25
more?
minutes,
Good.
and then
That's it?
Preparing the stock.
Because you watch
That's
her.
just 45.
You know, that's a little talk about, okay, cool, I'm going to take all of this.
If
There you go. Try the lobster.
preparing it for
So much food.
you probably don't need to cook the stock that long.
You guys want to taste?
But the stock is very simple, made with tomato and water, right? Seasoning, the seasoning would be the ginger, the garlic,
Wow.
the basil, and just cook down. So you don't add any salt or anything to it, because you want to infuse those flavors into the stock. And then the next step is take that stock and strain it, and put the seafood in it, and just bring it up to a simmer, and then you start assembling the soup.
So it takes some time, a little
It
bit.
takes
Well, you know what I said, Pockets?
You know, it's something that you can put together in about 25 minutes.
I said that you'd be shaving your legs, washing your hair, maybe trimming your mustache a little bit. I said you don't really have a mustache. I joked about that. That's what I said earlier, right? And then you'd be doing your hair, and by the time you were done 2 hours later, I could have seafood,
Yeah.
That's about right,
That's
right?
true.
And Anthony even said, just surprise her, prepare some in the morning, and then put in the fridge, and then later.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I like that. All right, the carpaccio. Let's have what's going on? Let's have everyone try the carpaccio because I know you're so proud of both dishes. Tammy, you gotta try the carpaccio. I
It's
hope.
not put in.
Grab my red wine.
Oh, is that wine? Ah, that's fine. All right, you ready to try the carpaccio, ladies?
Yeah.
Come on,
All right.
grab a dish. And again, oh wait, I thought you guys talked about threesomes and foursomes and more somes. We do, but you gotta eat. You need energy, right? You gonna come try it?
No.
Come on, you can come try it.
I'm just
We're very inclusive here.
scared
We're
about
very
the
inclusive.
So
meat
yeah, make
part.
sure you get a little bit of each of all the ingredients.
So is there anything that Lydia's missing? Lydia, should you have a little more of...
Yeah, you need the salad. Yeah.
Lydia's in a pink and yellow glow fluorescent outfit, showing quite a lot of skin that we love. Fishnet stockings. Pockets is in a fishnet green glow dress and pasties and glow panties. Tammy's in a gorgeous black dress,
What is
which
this?
is very little, and I'm very appreciative of, by the way.
What is this?
No bra on any of these ladies. Anthony, I don't know if you noticed, they're not wearing bra.
That's the salad.
That's the salad part.
What's in the
And
salad?
Anthony's in the chef
What's in the
suit.
salad again?
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
just
probably
describe
the
it.
most clothed right now.
You are the most clothed. You and Ethan, yes.
Yes.
Last time we had wine, you relaxed, but this time you're on.
Yeah.
So they're eating the carpaccio. What did you, ladies, Lydia? You haven't talked a little bit. Tell me about the carpaccio. Is it an orgasm in your mouth? Have you had? Never mind. You can put that down before you have another bite. Okay, you can chew. Don't worry. I would swallow. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I don't usually worry, but go ahead.
I was a bit scared first because he said it's raw, but then I'm like, okay. Then when I got it all into my mouth and I was chewing, it just tasted. It didn't taste
Wait,
raw.
real quick. You were good until you said chewing. When I got it all raw into my mouth, it was really good. The minute you said chewing, you scared me there. But go back to what you were saying. So the beef carpaccio was delicious, and
It was good. I didn't expect this at all.
does this remind you that it's good to try new things?
Yes.
Not people. I mean, new things. I'm teasing. But yeah, I mean, because at first I think you were a little nervous when you got raw.
Yes, I was nervous.
So what's your advice then to people who've never tried it? I love this outfit about to walk in here.
You should have this.
You should try it, right? You ready for some carpaccio? Banana hammock man. Banana hammock man. I love it.
I was scared. I was so scared, but now I don't regret it.
Tammy, what do you think?
It is tender and peppery, and when it hits your tongue, it is perfection.
Yes.
I'd like to believe my penis is similar to that, but it's not. It's not. My penis is nowhere near that. Pockets, you speak from experience with my penis being nowhere near like that, but what did you, I know you were a fan of food, I know you were a fan of Chef Anthony here, but let's give some feedback on it.
No, I love it, and I love all the taste together because normally when you do carpaccio, you just put it like that's it. You just do the carpaccio. The whole balance of everything was perfect. And I know some people are afraid of your raw. I was going to ask you, how do you know which is a good raw meat you're not going to get sick of?
Well, you want to stick to the basics. The basics. First of all, with seafood,
Right.
saku, tunas that traditionally are used for sushi or sashimi. You don't want to just take protein that you see and just say, I'm going to prepare raw.
Right.
If you're going to do beef, make sure you use a nice cut, like a beef tenderloin.
Okay. Because not all beefs you can just eat raw.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And that's because of the actual muscle, and if it's tender or has, stronger muscles than others. So yeah, the tenderloin is very tender, so it's definitely a cut that you could do with carpaccio.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. Let's go back a little bit then. When you decided these were the two dishes, what was going through your head? What part of your past life experiences? Because you told me a story yesterday I love about a chef that was angry with you for how you had to decline. We say no means no. In the lifestyle, we always say don't be afraid to say no to a couple if you're not interested in playing. Oh, are you going to leave us, beautiful?
Yes.
All right. Did you have fun?
Yes, I did.
All right. We're glad you got to hang out a little bit and talk. Young Swingers Week, come meet Lydia. You'll be back in October too?
Yes, I will be.
Love it. Love it.
Bye.
No, he won't get you, yeah. But there's different things. So no means no. You had an experience where you had to turn down an offer once, and they were angry because of your talents that you turned down that offer. So a lot of the dishes you make, I believe, from our knowing each other so well, come from a passion of yours, come from a place in your past. Do these two dishes have something like that?
Absolutely. Vegas is an incredible city, and I have a lot of stories from Vegas. Of course, I used to work there. This was actually a menu, it was a 5-course menu that I put together. We were tasting for an executive chef at one of the biggest hotels in Vegas. And I was applying for a chef position. Now he knew of me before because he had offered me a position in the hotel that I actually turned down. So I wanted something, a little bit more.
You wanted
my
something
expertise.
Like I said, you're a winner.
Exactly.
And it wasn't that the position wasn't a winning position. You knew that there was another position a little bit higher available.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I decided that this position was for me, and I wanted to apply for it. And I went through the process of applying, and he's the one who told me when to do the tasting. He's the one who set up the tasting with the chef that I used to work with at this particular hotel. So it was a 5-course presentation.
And you're working at the same time. You're doing an overnight shift anyway, too.
Exactly, because this particular hotel it was my, I guess you could say, part-time job.
Right.
But I had a full-time chef job during the day, and I was working overnight at this, very upscale place. And so I wanted to stop working 2 jobs. I wanted to work one job and get this set chef position that I was looking for. So I thought this was the opportunity. So the tasting was set up and everything was ready to go. So I worked my regular 3 to 12 o'clock shift at the
3 p.m. to midnight.
Exactly, at the hotel where I was chef at, and then I went to my second job and worked overnight. And about 2:30 in the morning, I started prepping for this 5-course presentation to the.
And it was in the morning, but you were serving dinner type meal in the morning.
He wanted me to do a tasting at 8:30 in the morning. Now, tasting is something for chefs where you prepare food, various courses, and you're showing off some of your skills, your experience. Sometimes it's almost like a mystery basket. Sometimes they'll give you certain items to work with and say, okay, do something with this.
Right.
Or sometimes they'll just let you create your own menu, and then basically they're judging your culinary skills.
Your culinary skills, your creativity, the flavor bursts in your mouth, the pepper on the peanut, on the roll there.
Exactly. It says a lot about the person. The food that you put on the plate, your expectations, your standards, everything. So it is something that any chef takes very seriously, and it can make or break you.
Right.
You can either fail and not get the job, or you can get the job because you had a great taste.
So you're preparing this. You're a couple dishes into it.
So here I am, 3.5 hours getting this thing set up because it's 5 courses.
Right.
Although you're serving 1 to 2 plates per course, there's a lot of elements involved in it. So 8 o'clock comes around, and my supervisor comes in the morning. And remember, I've already worked a 16-hour day, and here I am about to. 5-course.
You're exhausted, but you're doing a tasting.
Exactly, at 8:30 in the morning, right? So the chef comes in and he says, okay, you're ready to go? I said, yeah, I got the first course ready, and the first course was the beef carpaccio. Now,
And I think everyone agrees was delicious.
It's served cold, and that's actually where I really learned how to make really good carpaccios in Las Vegas. And so I had the first course ready to go. Well, the executive chef comes in, and he walks into the kitchen and looks at me and looks at my supervisor, and they walked over a few feet over and started talking, and you could tell he was visibly upset about something. and then he left. So here I
You're
am.
not tasting anything. He left.
He left. So
Right.
here I am saying, okay, the chef's coming back, or maybe he has something to do. So my supervisor came to me in this stone face and said, listen, I'm very sorry, but the chef refuses to go on with the tasting. He refuses to taste your food. And I'm like, what? I mean, I was livid.
Right.
I already worked 16 hours, I put all this work in. So basically, he's telling me I have no shot, I have no chance to even apply for this position after he agreed to do this tasting. So,
And at this point, you have no understanding of why, though.
no understanding of why.
Yet.
He didn't know I was livid, I was upset. It was the most humiliating experience of my entire career.
Then you come to learn.
Well, I got a phone call the next day from the supervisor, begging me not to resign, and another chef called and said it was just totally unprofessional what the chef did. He said apparently what had happened, he was upset about you turning down the offer 6 months ago.
6 months before that, he turned down an offer,
Yeah.
and it hurt his feelings so much that he
Exactly.
decided he wasn't going to give you another position.
Exactly.
Or
So-
even taste your cook.
Or even
your
try,
food.
yeah, taste. So what I did was I talked to a good friend of mine who was a chef.
Right.
And he said, listen, these kind of things happen, but you have to keep going. And it took me a couple of days to get over it, but I forgot about it. I said, you know what, I'm just going to forget
I see the
about
same
it.
thing about, no, and also it's the lifestyle too. If someone says no, or for whatever reason they're not into you or they're not interested in playing, don't worry, there's always tomorrow.
There's always
For you,
tomorrow.
there's other chef positions that you were interested in.
Yes.
That one you did want. So if there's somebody you want to play with or somebody you don't want to play with, because I do like to look at how it revolves.
Yeah.
Real day life with real day lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's somebody that wants to play with us or we want to play with and they're not interested today, okay. Or maybe they had a bad experience with me. You can't have a bad experience with Holly. But don't take, like your friends told you, don't take it personal.
No,
But you did because that is your passion.
yeah, you're going to take it personally.
Right.
I mean, it's just like you're an artist,
Right.
You're writing a song or performing, and all of a sudden, somebody doesn't want to listen and turn it back to you or whatever. It's disrespectful.
Right.
But one of the things you have to remember is that sometimes when you do things over and over and over and over again, even if the outcome is not what you expect,
Right.
it's going to make you stronger.
You're right.
It's
What doesn't kill us makes us
almost
stronger.
like a boxer preparing for this big fight.
All right, who's going to win,
4 or
Floyd
5
or
months.
Connor?
I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, Floyd's going to kill him. But,
All right, will Connor throw a kick? That's the question. Will Connor throw a kick? I'm betting he forgets and he throws a kick. And then Vegas has got bets on all of this, by the way.
Yeah.
He'll get DQ'd for that. I don't know. We're talking boxing. MMA.
I'm sure there's going to be some elbows here and there.
Yeah.
It's.
Listen, if he knocks a few of Floyd's teeth out, I won't be upset, but I think
Yeah.
Floyd is going to win this. I
well,
do.
hey, if he can land a punch on Floyd, great. More power to it. No one has been able to do it.
No,
So
you're right.
Let's see what happens.
Manny had a few punches land, but nothing that really hurt
Yeah, it really-
Floyd. Nothing really hurt.
Exactly.
We had a guest in recently. He's part of the money team. He's close friends with Floyd, and he was saying, Champ is a good guy, and he is off camera. Floyd is very philanthropic. He's a very good guy, but I'm not going to tease you. I'm not going to kid you. I'd like to see him get hit a few times. It's boxing. It's boxing. I don't want to see him. If I want to see ballet, I'll go to the ballet. Right? If I want to see dancing, I'll go see a dance performance. I want to see him get hit a few times.
Yeah.
Chef, what's coming up next then for you, for Hedo? Are you leaving the country to do some competitions? Are you going to be working in some other areas here at Hedo, but preparing for things at Hedo?
Well, what we're doing, we're focusing on internally developing the operation, the kitchens. We're doing a lot of renovation.
Right. Because there are a lot of upgrades,
There's a lot of
renovations going on here.
Exactly.
Right.
We're also going to do upgrades in the kitchen. The kitchen needs to be,
Redesigned, remodeled, revamped.
Everything.
Right. Harry, if you're watching, don't go cheap on the kitchen. We all love the food here. Don't go cheap with Chef Anthony.
We're also looking at possibilities of getting more product from abroad. We
Okay.
went to the Chicago restaurant show, and that was good. We were able to meet other vendors internationally.
I did joke about hot dogs earlier. Vienna beef hot dogs are really good. Just yeah, Vienna beef hot dogs in Chicago. Yeah, not to, but yeah.
Hebrew International.
Hebrew International, not bad. Vienna beef. You go to the ballpark. Give me a Chicago dog. Yeah. No ketchup on the dog though. All right, I'm sorry.
But pickles. Yeah.
Pickles.
Hey, I had a Chicago dog for
Celery
the first time. By the way, I love Chicago, by the way.
All right,
I had a
good.
great time there. I mean, I got a Chicago dog at
It's a sexy city.
10:30 in the morning.
Good
I was
food.
eating Chicago dog.
Where'd you go? Wiener Circle?
Well, no, it was at the actual convention center.
Ah, okay.
NRA show, National
Yeah.
Restaurant Association.
McCormick Place right there on the
Yeah,
lake.
McCormick Place. It's unbelievable. A lot of good people, a lot of good businesses.
Great food.
But then,
Chicago.
then we went to several restaurants out in the town, which were absolutely incredible.
Good. And then you, because I know you too, you get ideas to bring back here.
Yeah, exactly.
So you'll be renovating the kitchen again. Harry, don't go cheap. He hasn't gone cheap on anything here at all yet.
Yeah.
Yet. Don't do it in the kitchen. You know the lobby. It looks good, but I spend like 7 minutes there the entire trip.
Yeah.
The entire trip, I spend 7 minutes in the lobby. They spent all that money in the lobby, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm messing with you. You know I love you, Harry. The wine bar looks great too, by the way. It does look great, and I know you've introduced us to this many times.
Exactly.
So you're going to bring new delicacies here. You're going to continue to introduce new dishes on the menu.
Yeah, what I'm working to do is just to develop the staff. You know, I always feel like, you know, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, the people around you is what really makes you feel
Absolutely,
good.
the energy.
You have to invest in your team. That's what we're working to. We're working to invest
Absolutely.
in our team, get more consistency. You know, the materialistic things, you know, the furniture, the renovations, maybe, you know, new things to work with in the kitchen. Those things will come. You know?
Absolutely, and the guests enjoy it, but the guests will not come back if your team is not strong. And
Exactly. So really, that's what my focus is. Now, internationally, yeah, I would love to do some competitions. You know,
brings recognition to Hedo too.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I love it. I mean, I take it very seriously, and I don't really have anything planned for this year.
Right.
There is some training that I may be a part of in Austria coming up. That I've been asked to go. So that is something I would like to do.
I think what I'd like to get across too is when the guests come here, if guests are thinking about coming here, is the international cuisine that you provide. That you're not just looking, you are from Texas,
Yes.
and you are born and raised, absolutely, and you've lived in Las Vegas, you've lived all over North America, well not all over, but many places in the U.S.
Yes.
You've been in Jamaica for 15, 16?
Well, it's, what, 13 years?
13 years now.
Yeah.
But you bring an international taste to this, international flavor to this. So when you come to the island, you're going to get a taste of Jamaica, but thanks to you, chef, you get a taste of the world too.
Yeah. You have to love this thing.
Right. You have to love it. I love what I do, and so it makes it fun. You love what you do.
Yeah, so really what I'm after, you know, the experiences and the stories that I have in
Right.
Texas and Las Vegas, you know, I want to be able to spread those to some of my team members, some of my...
That's a good thing to spread. Chlamydia not so good, but you know,
Yeah.
the good food, that's a good thing to spread.
Yeah.
Inside joke, sorry.
So yeah, it's...
There's no chlamydia here. I'm just saying, it's alright, something that happened in New Orleans. Real quick.
I don't want to...
No. We were bringing awareness to sexually transmitted infections, STIs and STDs. So we're bringing awareness. And Jay and Angie from Average Swingers, love you guys, by the way. Jay gave Holly a stuffed animal, a circle green stuffed animal that was chlamydia. And they sell them in novelty stores. And we were sharing that this is a good way to spread chlamydia, but sexually is not a good way to spread chlamydia or share chlamydia. So wrap it up. Right? What do they say before you slip it between the thighs? Condomize. Right? Wrap it before you slap it. I don't know. I'm not good at this. But your food is amazing. Let me get back on track here.
Oh my God.
Your food
Wrong
is
thing
amazing.
to talk about
Safe
food.
sex. No, but it is. Especially places like this. One of the things we get asked a lot, no kidding, is, well, what do people do about safe sex? You wear a condom.
Yeah.
You know? Same thing with dining. You're washing your hands. Your staff is washing their hands before they're preparing a meal. I'm really happy to know if you're washing, put something on before you're having sex. So, all right, get back to the international layer. Love you, Jay and Angie. Sorry.
Yeah, so...
I just threw you there, didn't I?
No, but I don't know.
Carpaccio.
I'm good. Whatever comes up.
All right, good. No, yes, you are.
We're just gonna work on the product.
All right, so one last thing before we say goodbye. We've got some shows from you. They've aired. We're going to work on some more shows. You're going to share your life stories. You're going to share different delicacies that can be prepared over a long haul or a short time span. Because food is sexual to me. We're not just talking 9.5 weeks where you're eating it off of their body. I'm talking the mood it puts me in. I mean, there's dishes that Holly will make where I always want to jump you, honey. But there are some dishes where I'm thinking, wow, this is... wow, right? And sexy.
It's the experience, it's
Yes.
the balance. you're not supposed to eat and then work. You know, after you finish, you have to roll away from the table. I mean,
Right.
eating should not feel discomfort.
Satisfy
It
yourself.
shouldn't be discomfort after you eat.
Right.
It should be something that you eat in moderation,
I agree.
balance.
That's all.
So that you're satisfied with what you want.
Right.
And
Same thing with sex.
well, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
I want to be sure I'm
something
satisfied.
going.
One other thing I was going to
Yes.
say too, and I know you'll touch on this, is different eating experiences. One thing Holly and I have started doing when we're just alone, and we've actually done this with our kids, clothed, is dining in the dark. You guys ever done that? There are restaurants that do it, but we do it at home. We wait till the sun goes down. Holly will make something, I won't know what it is. And then when it's just Holly and I there, we'll feed each other, and it gets sexy, it gets romantic. Because candlelight is romantic and everything, but then the dining in the dark, you're really heightening a lot of your other senses, your taste gets heightened.
Yeah.
So I'd love to hear on another show some suggestions you would have for dining in the dark. Will you think about that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Come up with something for that.
Love you. Now, baby, you want to take the mic for 1 second?
Yeah.
All right. Now, you don't have a website yet, right?
No.
Or Twitter.
Well, I have Facebook.
What's your Facebook?
Anthony Miller.
Anthony Miller. So check out Chef Anthony Miller.
Chef Anthony Miller. Or Actual Foods at... what is that?
ACTUAL. Actual Foods?
Actual Foods at Instagram.
Oh, on Instagram. So Actual Foods. I love that.
Yeah.
Pockets, you on Instagram?
Real Holly Pockets.
We are at SwingTime69 on Twitter. Michael Pockets is her on Facebook. Yep, that's her. HollyandMichael.com has a lot of information, broadcast. Go download Dash Radio app. It's free to download. It's free to listen. Hang out with us. I'm Michael. That's Pockets. Are you ready, baby?
Yep.
Swing, swing. We love you, family. Great job, you guys. Thanks for joining us, everybody.